Shalom is real. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekah Kwadash. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside them. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit. All right. The prophets of doom, as we have been so affectionately called, by our counterpart, DJ Trump. And salutations to the elect whom the Lord have given ears to hear. And, I just had to add that last part because, brother's been going in on how we truly are the prophets of doom. And only the prophets of doom, only the ones, prophesying continuously about the doom that's going to come in these days are the true men of the Lord. Is it not written that when the word of the prophet comes to pass, then you know that the Lord have truly sent him, according to Jeremiah 28:8, verse 9. All right, and I'm over here watching Elder Apostle Tahar's lesson, and he's spelling it out. He's spelling it out through the Spirit, as according to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. I'll grab a 2-second style. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. Verse 3. Therefore, when thou seest earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. How did he speak? How does he speak? Through the mouths of his servants, the prophets. For like as all that is made in the beginning hath a beginning and the end is manifest. That word manifest means clear or obvious to the eye or mind. So the end is clear or obvious. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonders and powerful effects, and endings and effects and powerful works. All right. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonder and powerful works. Right? When you have the true understanding of the first chapter of the book of Genesis, that was a powerful work. How the Lord created the earth and, pretty much set it apart from the heavens. How he created the firmaments and how he created the various lights. How he created the moon and the sun. It's powerful, man. And endings and effects and signs. So now, fair use. I'm gonna play the brother GMS Inquire early. His video, the beginning of his video. Fair use, fair use.
Which I recently came across.
What the fuck is this shit, bro? What the fuck is this shit? Why are they over a cemetery? Hey, y'all better get right with God, man. Y'all get right with God, bro. Oh my God, the cops are down there saying go back to your house, bro. Yes, come here. Look at this shit. The cops are down here saying we have to go back to our houses because they don't want us to film it. Yo, something big is finna fucking happen, bro.
Did we not just read the precept? You see, the prophet's been saying it. But it's so obvious because the end is manifest. It's made plain or obvious. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And for the most part, you know, people look at us like we got 3 heads. When we tell them that those UFOs that these devils cannot stop talking about because there's so many sightings, you know, that's the angels of the Lord. But it's coming. You know, as you get closer and closer to this earth, you have nothing to do but to listen to the words of the Lord. The Lord is showing himself, man. The Lord is showing himself. And it don't stop there. Trust. It won't stop there. There will be massive amounts of chariots in the skies come these last days. Some of the men of the Lord are going to get spiritual powers in these last days. Let me grab it, because at the same time with this world is so prideful and comes up against the Lord and his power, comes up against his men of the Lord, that's also at the same time where the Lord shows just a little bit more of what he's capable of. Wisdom of Solomon 12 verse 16. For thy power is the beginning of righteousness, and because thou art the Lord of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, right? Because right now Esau is showing his hand. All right? Esau is making it seem as if he's top dog. Look at my inventions. There was a video that came out to where now they're making pretty much these robots with pretty much more human-like features. All right, autonomous human-like man-made machines. So here's the Lord got to show out too, man. And because thou art the Lord of all, verse 17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou shewest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. So the Lord is having the men of the Lord proclaim boldly the doom to come, the power that's to come. And the elder apostle Tahar, which I was watching his video first, you know, I definitely highly advise you brothers to watch that video. This is scary. And he brought out how by no coincidence, of course, but there will be a total lunar eclipse, often called a blood moon, on March 13th through 14th, 2025, casting the moon in a stunning rusty red hue. This rare celestial event will be visible across North America, South America, and parts of Europe and Africa. Now, March 13th and March 14th is the Passover. According to the scriptures, that's when the Passover will come in. All right? And when you look into the events surrounding the Passover, right? The obedient essentially was, which at the time were all of Israel. All right? But for proper understanding, the obedient to the true prophet Moses, right, were safe. But the non-believing, all right, the heathen, right? They were in trouble. So, I mean, we ought to look for something to happen. Now, shit been popping off since day one of 2025, so-called. But we ought to look for some horrific events to come through. All right? Lord ain't playing, man. Right? And hey, when he brought that, I'm like, yo, can't make that up, because remember, according to the Bible, that the moon, I'll just grab the Genesis 1 verse 14, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. So the day star is the sun, and then the light of the night is the moon. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. There's also another one. So Route 43. And 6, he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. So this is how we know what time we're living in, by the signs in heaven. It also speaks of, that in Luke 21, that there will be signs in the heavens, right? And we know very well, we know exactly what time it is, all right, because we don't sleep, all right? And, while he, the guy, which he has no understanding, as you see in his voice, what the fuck is this? He has no understanding. He don't know this word. But you see brothers talking about it. They're more so level-headed, right? You listen to the elder apostle, you listen to the brother inquire early. We know very well what time it is. Like Apostle Paul said, I will have you not sleep as do others. Right? But let's go to that. Well, not that precept, but in that understanding of not sleeping, there's something called night watches, which, as in the scriptures, let me see. Mark chapter 13, verse 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man. Well, you know what? I want to read up on this, and then I'm going to grab the precept. So it says night watches typically refer to the division of the night into distinct periods, often used in a religious context, where each watch represents a specific time for prayer and reflection, with the most common division being 4 watches: the first watch from dusk to 9 p.m., the second from 9 p.m. to midnight, the third from midnight to 3 a.m., and the fourth from 3 a.m. to sunrise. And, it's spiritual how amongst all the things that have been happening this year, another thing that happened was the doomsday clock moved closer to midnight. I believe now it's 89 seconds. Whereas for the past 2-3 years it was 90 seconds. So it says in the fourth from 3 a.m. to sunrise, each watch holding symbolic meaning regarding spiritual warfare and divine intervention depending on the tradition. Now, I want to jump down where it says, first watch, dusk to 9 p.m., usually seen as a time to set for setting intentions, praise, and general prayer. Second watch may focus on intercessory prayer, praying for protection over oneself and others. Third watch, often considered a time for intense spiritual warfare, battling against darkness. And then a fourth watch is associated with prophetic declarations anticipating of the new day and Thanksgiving. So I would say we're between a third and fourth watch. You know, whereas this devil is coming down having great wrath. All right. But then appears Yahushua. Whereas scriptures say, you know, according to prophecy, that the day star will arise. When it's all said and done, the day star will arise. And according to the fourth watch, from the third to the fourth watch, I think of the precept in Psalms, was that 30? Weeping may, let's see, weeping. Psalms 30:5, for his anger endureth but for a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, right? So that's you know, pretty accurate, as he mentioned on the third watch, often considers a time for intense spiritual warfare, battling against darkness. So it says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The fourth watch. All right, the day star or the sun. All right, whereas Yahushua, he's the son of the Heavenly Father, as we all know, but he's also the day star. He represents a new day. There's another one I really like, where King David said he waits. See. May Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua help me find this precept, because I really like it. Yes, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Psalms 130 verse 6. My soul waited for the Lord, more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Right? Because again, according to the fourth watch, this is associated with prophetic declarations, anticipation of the new day and Thanksgiving. So now, let's jump over to Mark 13 and verse 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. So if that, Lord willing, you occupy and edified, shalom to the elect.